Good morning. Looking through this story about the UnitedHealth insurance CEO being shot in New York City this morning. I'm obviously recording this on the 4th. It's 5 o'clock p.m. I am going to use the 72-hour rule on this. Any good garage logician knows what the 72-hour rule is. Something's odd. Something's very strange. Something is very strange about this. I can't quite put my finger on what yet. I have a lot of concerns. In my mind, I go back to things as far back as the Weather Underground and things of that nature. If you're a Fortune 500 CEO, your entire security program needs to be completely reviewed today. I think that you should absolutely be escorted by security at this point. It's dangerous. Again, I'm going to go with the 72-hour rule as far as speculation. But we live in an age of violence justified. No, it's never justified. But violence justified on social media by certain groups who support certain causes. And again, we have no evidence that that's the case in this. But this is the age we live in. This is absolutely the age we live in. And this does strike home. He was a Minnesota resident. UnitedHealth Insurance and UnitedHealth is a Minnesota-based company. Certain things have come out here locally that have not come out nationally. Utilizing the 72-hour rule, I am certainly going to stay on top of this, and I will make sure that anything that we find out locally that does not come out nationally will come out here on the Lemons Hour broadcast. But we live in an age of unjustified, justified violence, where certain groups have no problem with violence. It's justified and excused by the people in power, especially the people in power who agree with those points of view. Now, this one is a little bit tough because an insurance CEO, that's strange. That's very strange. So certain sides of the aisle would be very confused on whether they support or condemn. This is one that is going to, I think this is going to lead down a rabbit hole. I think this is going to be another rabbit hole. I really do. There's some things about it that just seem too convenient. Too convenient. And again, 72-hour rule in play. Same as it was with Butler. There's just too many things that don't add up. 2 plus 2 isn't equaling 4 in certain occasions here. In many ways, it is. In many ways, it is. And some of the things that are coming out locally are a 72-hour rule. I won't even speak on that. Just to say that if you are a Fortune 500 company, you need to review your security matters right now. We live in the age of violence. And if your personnel are overseas and they're not secured, you need to be looking into that. If your CEO is walking down the streets of Manhattan unescorted right now, you are at fault for negligence. Your company is at fault for negligence. As of today. And certain CEOs of certain industries really have to watch out, just because there's been a traditional animosity towards those industries, a traditional animosity, and that hasn't let up. That hasn't let up one bit. You see the tactics used by the radicals and what they do. End their lineage. I keep coming back to history. As a history buff, it doesn't repeat, but it rhymes, and it rhymes big times. And it's rhyming right now. It's rhyming a whole hell of a lot. Certain groups have a tendency towards this kind of activity. Again, I go towards the weather underground. You can go internationally and find it everywhere. The left is notorious for it. Socialism, communism is responsible for more deaths in the 20th century than anything else. Those didn't happen by accident. And if you're a CEO of a major corporation, you need to be paying attention. Isn't it odd that after the election, it's been so quiet when people anticipated National Guard being utilized because of so many peaceful protests breaking out? And nothing has happened. I find that strange as well. Am I linking these two strange coincidences together? 72-hour rule says I can't talk about that. But I think the inference is there. That, or it was absolutely a specific targeting because of a healthcare matter, which would require a lot of pre-planning, especially for something that in the end would amount to revenge. Revenge is usually done in such an emotional way that, I don't know, this seems very cold and calculated. Again, 72-hour rule in play, and we will abide by it. But certain things don't seem to be adding up. At least not to me. And I know I'm an old head, but they don't seem to be adding up. Like, share, subscribe, lemon sour. Peace.